Oh, I hate this new virtual live studio too. Oh, okay. All right. People might have heard the latter part of that complaint.
They definitely heard that.
Okay. AOA podcast here, back for another episode. Frankie C with technical difficulties and all, still here. That's dedication.
Still here.
Yeah.
Damn right, baby.
I love it. And look at all the wonderful things we have to discuss on this episode. Oh my goodness. This Diddy situation is getting worse by the hour.
Good Lord.
We'll talk about it. The JFK Jr. tech scandal goes to FaceTime, so we'll share those details with everybody.
Was he texting with a bear?
He was, yes, he was.
Okay.
A lot of bear texting. By the way, ever since we started talking about JFK Jr., there's bear videos now all over my TikTok feed. So it's out of control on a lot of levels.
Be thankful it's not brainworm videos.
That's true. That's true. It could be worse. Eric Adams is in trouble, and now we know what for. And there's another person behind the scenes that's getting in a lot of trouble for that. We've got a lot of other assorted topics and such. We'll move through quickly so that we can get some game time in with Aaron C. Woo! That, my friends, is a podcast episode. I have to be honest with you. I don't know if Diddy is a good person.
That's a hot take.
Yeah. I don't mean to start the episode off with something so earth-shattering, but...
Yeah, I mean, you heard it here first, guys. Diddy might not be the model citizen.
Diddy might be a piece of shit. I'm not entirely sure.
Might be.
Yeah. This is crazy. So, yet another lawsuit filed against Diddy today. In this one, the accuser has remained unnamed. And she said that P. Diddy drugged, assaulted, coerced, and threatened her over the course of 2 years, with one of their encounters resulting in a pregnancy and a miscarriage.
Dude.
The suit was filed in New York County Supreme Court today by Jane Doe, plaintiff who resides in Florida, works as a model. She claimed she was forced to travel and quote unquote perform for Diddy many times in the last few years. The plaintiff alleges that after she and Combs started seeing each other in 2021, she was flown to different states, including California and New York, by his company, Bad Boy Entertainment, or I should say Bad Boy Enterprise, to have sex with the rap mogul, according to the filing that was made earlier today. The victim often felt coerced into going into see Combs by members of his team and Combs' chief of staff, Christina Coram. Remember that name? Okay. She says staffers would, quote, send drivers to her home to pick her up before she agreed to travel, to the point where she did not believe she had a choice any longer. The unnamed victim alleges that throughout the spring of 2022, she was ordered to take drugs, including ketamine, and forced to have sex with Combs in his homes in Los Angeles and Miami. The plaintiff says the heavy drug use caused her to black out intermittently. One of these occasions, she woke up and her feet were purple and bruised, and she had a bite mark on her heel, but had no memory of how she got the injuries. That summer, the plaintiff says she found out she was pregnant, and when she told Combs, the label exec's girlfriend at the time, Carisha Brownlee, who's also known as Young Miami, harassed her by repeatedly calling her and ordering her to have an abortion. The plaintiff claims that due to the stress of the situation, it led her to suffer a miscarriage shortly thereafter.
I think you're right about Diddy not being a good person.
Yeah, right? Doesn't feel like he's going to win an award anytime soon.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, you're rarely right on with things, and this one you nailed.
I feel good about my prediction. Don't feel good about Diddy.
No.
So this brings the total number of civil lawsuits filed against Combs in the last year for misconduct to 12. In addition to these lawsuits, of course, he's facing criminal charges for racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution in New York. He's currently in Epstein's old stomping grounds in prison over there.
wonder if they probably have to. I'm sure they're using that cell. It's not like it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's in their same cell. You know,
that would be amazing. Although, you know who else is in there? Sam Bankman-Fried, the other guy who was like the investor guy that scanned. That turned out. Remember?
That's right. He's in there too.
He's in there too.
Wow. I guess the odds of them being him being in that cell would be like what? There's thousands.
We lose Frank? There you are.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, now I got you. Good.
I think I lost you. Hold on.
No, you're good. I hear you.
Can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
For some reason I can't hear you. That's great. Good stuff. All right, I'm gonna go back out. Come back in.
Okay, good. Sorry for these technical. You know what it is? We got a whole new virtual studio here, and they just changed everything on us. By the way, like quadrupled the price of what it costs to run the show through this stupid thing, which I hate more than anything. And now, Frank's hookup is not working at all. So I apologize for the technical difficulties there. That would be amazing if he was in the same cell as Epstein was over there in that Brooklyn fucking place is a shithole and a hellhole. That's for sure. Let's see if we got the great Frankie C back. You there?
I'm here.
All right. He's back. He's back, everybody.
I'm back.
Two other quick things on Diddy. The 50 Cent Netflix documentary is definitely, well, I should say docu-series is definitely happening. We've known it's been happening because 50 Cent has been saying, but for the first time ever, Netflix came out and said that it's happening. So finally some acknowledgement from their end that we're going to get this documentary, which is obviously going to, I think we would have had it already if it wasn't for the fact that he had his homes raided. I think we were going to get it just before he had his homes raided in Miami.
Really?
Yeah, because he said he was close to doing it. That it was going to come out because remember Cassie had already filed her lawsuit, so he was like, "Hey, this is coming. I'm going to put this out for everybody."
So when is it coming out now?
I don't know. I really don't know. This is, like I said, this is the first time Netflix confirmed, and 50 Cent has been talking about this since July.
Wow.
So it's almost October. So yeah, but the fact that he got his homes raided, I think he held it back because he's like, we're going to add more onto this, and now it's going to be a whole. I mean, I think you could make this a docu-series with 2 seasons. Season 1, what happened, and then season 2, the trial.
Trial? Yeah. When does that start? By the way,
no idea. But Diddy has said, here's the other piece of news. Diddy has said that he is looking forward to testifying in his trial, that he is eager to testify in the criminal trial.
well, Donald Trump said the same thing, and he didn't testify. So you never know what's going to happen. I mean, they say that, and then when it comes time for it, sometimes they don't take the stand. The lawyers tell them something different, whatever, and sometimes it doesn't. So we don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, I would love for him to take the stand and to be grilled and questioned and to catch, but who knows? Yeah, and Paul, I wonder if there's going to be cameras in the room. Is that a thing? Would that be possible?
I don't know. I don't know if they can do it for this one.
Federal case is probably not. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with New York. It's always, I don't know. I feel like there's always this or that or whatever. But either way, I mean, whether you're in the room or not, I feel like it's going to be a madhouse outside of that court. Every media outlet's going to have people there.
Right.
We're going to know what the testimonies are. I mean, I don't know if these other girls in these civil suits are going to be part of the criminal thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they could be. There's lots. I mean, I'm assuming there's lots of video evidence, just judging by, right?
Yeah. How would he ever fight against that? It's like, oh, it's all on tape here, pal. You had cameras everywhere and you got it all. It's like, what? And they raided everything. I'm sure they've got enough or they wouldn't have picked them up.
That's what a lot of legal experts are saying. It's all in the indictment. It's all right there. And it's like, they would not have brought this case on if they didn't think they had him dead to rights.
Yeah, this seems. I mean, I'd love for this thing to get going, so we can get the down to justice and get everybody everybody who's involved and all that.
Yeah, I just hate the way we only discovered that he's eager to testify through his lawyer, who said, and I'm quoting here, "I don't know if I can keep him off the stand." Wow. That's not a good look in somebody who's being accused of assaulting women and overpowering them and using his influence to take advantage of people. If you're the lawyer, I'm sure his PR department was like, "Oh, God damn it." Like he had to say it that way.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this is an instance where you just go with the flow and you follow direction.
I don't know how he's going to get out of it though, because like we were just saying, the video footage. I saw a video today too of Diddy singing to French Montana, who is one of the former Kardashian husbands, I think, or boyfriend or whatever.
Okay.
And they're both sitting around a table shirtless, and he's singing to him. Which, again, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you watch the video, it just has such a bizarre vibe. Like,
it's an awkward, weird thing going on.
Yeah. Like how long are we friends now? I don't think I've ever sang to you. I mean, maybe other people singing happy. I'm going to say even then, I really don't sing the happy birthday song. So
you don't sing happy birthday?
I just mouth it in the background. I try not to sing whenever I can.
I'm the guy at the whenever someone's singing happy birthday, a big crowd is singing, I'm the guy trying to get everybody to sing at the same time and a little faster. That's me, because it's so, I don't know what it is about crowds, but when crowds start to sing something, it's always very slowed down, especially like, happy birthday. You're not, you sing happy birthday to a couple of people, it's happy birthday. And then all of a sudden you get like 10 people. It's just happy birthday. It's like, geez, what the hell? It's a nightmare. So I'm the guy trying to speed things up and get everybody going.
Frank jumps to the front of the room and is like, okay, and follow the
left side of the room first, then we'll follow it in the second verse with the right side. Here we go.
He's tapping pens like, here we go, everybody. Follow me along now. Here.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little more from the bass section, please. Yeah.
Terry, you're a soprano. What are you doing over there with the bass? Go move over to the left, please.
For God's sake, Terry, get the hell in line, or just don't even sing. Just get out of here.
Yeah. So anyway, that was a weird video watching him, and French Montana sitting there with no shirt on, and Diddy's just singing to them, and somebody's filming it, and then they put it on the internet. So it's like, I mean, the reason why I bring it,
two of them.
It's just the two of them, and whoever's holding the camera.
That's okay.
It's a little uncomfortable, and it joins a myriad of uncomfortable Diddy moments that I've watched over the last week and a half.
Right. Yeah, it's a weird, because when you take it all in context, it's just a weird, with everything that's going on, it's a weird look.
Yeah, the Bieber clip was creepy. Good point, Fly and Why. And that brings me around to my next point, which is, I mean, everybody feels like poor Bieber and Usher maybe and all this stuff. When are these guys? I believe in my heart of hearts that Bieber was taken advantage of. Just because last time, I don't know if you saw this, but we brought it up last episode too with J Sabs. There's a video when Billie Eilish is coming up. Did you see that, Frank?
No.
All right, so Billie Eilish is starting to really, it's 2020, right? Billie Eilish is really starting to hit it big. Okay. And Zane Lowe, who does Apple's podcast, Apple Music, he's interviewing Bieber, and he's asking Bieber about Billie Eilish, and he's talking to him about what it's like, because he's like, hey, she's in the same boat. She's so young. She's becoming an overnight success. What is that like for you? And Bieber is crying. He's in tears because he's like, I want to protect her. I want to keep her away from all the bad things in this industry. And you're just like watching this, and you're like, at the time, you're like, oh, what a wonderful thing. And now you're like, Jesus Christ, clearly something happened to this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wonder if I wonder who's going to be brought in, like to be witnesses. You think they would call
Yeah.
Bieber and be like, "Would you feel comfortable testifying, or do you have anything that you want to share?" Who knows what was going on, and would Bieber be called in? Who knows?
I mean, it really makes you think that, like, what's he doing right now? Like, what is this like for Bieber? Let's assume something bad happened to him.
Right?
What is
Yeah.
what's his thought process right now? Like, is he waiting for a conviction to come forward and say what happened to him? What's the I would love to know what the process is like. I'm sure it's tough.
Yeah, I can't imagine, being in that situation that he's. I don't know if he's. I'm sure there's a part of him. It's probably mixed emotions. I would guess. Like part of him is happy that there's some kind of justice going on. Part of him is probably nervous that he would maybe have to tell his story or something.
Yeah.
But who knows? I don't know what he could. If anybody's been in touch with him to testify, who knows what he's. What's going on in his with his life and everything, because I think, he just have a kid or two. I don't know if he's starting his family and everything. I mean, I'm
Yeah, yeah.
sure.
He had a baby August 23rd, and
Right.
he hasn't posted anything on social media since September 3rd. So it's
Right.
practically a whole month since we've heard from Bieber. And, to your point, it's like, does he ever come forward? Like, because don't you think part of him is probably thinking, oh, if I come forward, everybody's going to think I didn't make it based off of my talent. I made it because I was abused.
Well, I mean, everybody like knows he knows he could sing. It's not like you know, they know he's a talented person. It's not like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, he's a talented person, but I mean, it's not easy for victims to come forward and be like, hey, I was
No,
taken
no, of
advantage of.
course not. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure he's wrestling with it. If that's the case, he's probably wrestling with what he should do.
Because as we're sitting here right now, and I don't know how you feel, I don't want to speak for you, but I feel like Diddy definitely did something to Bieber and Usher. I have nothing to base that off of. This is not an allegation. It's just my gut feeling and my opinion on what I think.
Yeah, it could be.
If those two people could come forward and make a big difference in all
Yeah.
of this, what's
Oh, that would be two gigantic nails in the coffin. In the whole thing.
right? Because then you have to start thinking their silence alludes to the fact that nothing happened. So I'm sure this is just, I mean, and every victim goes through this, whether they're Justin Bieber or not, right? I'm sure that conflict of what do I do here? What am I comfortable with? It
Right.
must be hell, especially I'm saying especially for Bieber right now, because he did just have a kid, 30 days ago, like
Right.
that can't be. And that guy has been going through it and struggling with religion and all this stuff for like he's finding religion now and his wife and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's unraveling a lot more than Usher. I feel like Usher's handled himself way better over the years
Right.
for somebody who's discovered at 13 like Bieber was,
Yeah.
So that's the Bieber stuff, or that's the Bieber stuff. That's the Diddy stuff, I should say.
Right.
Moving along to JFK Jr. So last episode, we talked about the fact that people were saying that this Newsy, which is hilarious that a reporter's last name is Newsy, but it's Nuzzi.
Nutsi.
Yeah, Newsy. Oh, you're right. Oh, didn't Paul yell at me for that? Somebody yelled at me for that.
Someone did. Yeah, I think it may have been Paul.
Okay.
Like pizza on Tuesdays.
We need Paul. Paul keeps me in line, especially. Not so much you, but definitely me. Olivia Nuzzi. So it was, she's obsessed with him and she was texting him. And, now I'm kind of coming around like, maybe this is not really all his fault. Well, now, and again, this is page 6, so take it for what you will. But page 6 is reporting that a source told them that this went from text to quote unquote incredible FaceTime sex.
Wow.
At some point during the relationship. And then.
Wait, incredible?
Nudie became obsessed. Yes.
Who said incredible?
The source said that they had incredible FaceTime sex.
That's a weird way to state it. Like, why? I mean, you could just have easily said they've had FaceTime sex. Like, why was it incredible?
I don't know. Somebody must have categorized it as incredible.
Yeah. Could have been horrible FaceTime sex. Apparently, it was incredible. Good for them.
They had mediocre
Yeah.
to subpar FaceTime sex.
It was average FaceTime sex.
It's weird to say FaceTime sex. We're used to phone sex. To say FaceTime sex feels weird.
It's a weird new term that I didn't think would be invented for this.
The fact that you called it a new term makes me feel even older than I felt 4 seconds ago.
Is it not a new term?
The new term, I mean, it probably is, but FaceTime's been around for like 10 years already, I'm sure.
Yeah.
People have said it.
That's true.
But people, like, we didn't, I don't know about you. I can't speak, I didn't have FaceTime sex, you know?
No, it was more like payphone sex. Beeper sex. Get out your pager.
I'm going to text her 80085.
Oh boy. That's hot stuff.
It's getting hot now. Jesus Christ. We might as well, to the fucking 25-year-old watching or listening, we probably sound like people talking about smoke signals over here. Like,
right? It was ancient. That stuff, they don't use, I mean, cell phones used to just be phones. Now they're everything.
I know. So
back in my day.
So this Kennedy thing is still living. It's still alive. And now we're at the point of they had FaceTime. So I'm putting him back into he might be responsible for some of this. So basically what I'm saying is, and again, this is all hearsay from a source. But what I'm saying is I'm putting it back on the clock. The Cheryl Hines leaving RFK Jr. and filing for divorce. That's back on the clock.
I mean, what's the line for Cheryl Hines? Like, what has to happen for her to go, all right, that's it, I'm out?
Well, it's like, how bad is it? Because I feel like if it's bad, she'll be out. But I wonder, when's the election? November 8th, 14th? When is it? 7th, maybe? I feel like November 8th, we'll get the news that she's filed for divorce.
You're right.
Because I would think, I would wonder that as pissed as she is, I could totally see a situation where it's like, hey, don't tell anybody until after the election. You owe me that much. And her being like, fine.
Wow.
I mean, I'm just dreaming up scenarios in my head, but they've been married for a while now. So
yeah,
I wonder if she would do him the favor. Not that leaving him would do anything. Maybe a little, maybe a few people would flip-flop their votes, but it wouldn't be a good look for it. It would be a couple of days of negative press coverage, and
that's true.
More.
I mean, he's not gonna win, but he's trying to pull votes over to Trump, I guess.
Right. And if they could keep, if whatever they're doing or paying or however they're keeping Melania in line, maybe they're using the same method on Cheryl. Who knows?
Boy.
I'm not really sure. We don't see that Melania anymore. I mean, she's non-existent.
Yeah, she just literally just came out with something like a book or something stupid that even Trump said he hasn't even read.
Oh, that's not good.
I haven't read it. I don't have time. But it's fantastic. It's a fantastic book.
Did you see the Trump watch?
I can't with this guy. He's hawking everything. And there's a clip going around when I think it was maybe the first time when he was elected. Marco Rubio said it was the debate, the Republican debate. Mm-hmm. And he goes, if Trump doesn't win, or if Trump wasn't handed millions of dollars from his dad, he'd be in Manhattan selling watches.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that clip is going around again because now he's just selling watches.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
But it's a $100,000 watch.
Yeah, so I have to confess again, because I get a lot of these now where I see people's mouths moving, but the voice doesn't match, and I realize it's either AI or people just cutting clips and hoping that nobody pays attention.
Yeah.
When I first scrolled past the Trump watch video, I'm like, oh, this is hilarious. Look at what somebody put together. And then when I realized it was real, I was like, oh,
It's real, man.
I was like, oh, no.
Yes, and thank you, Robin. Yes, Oval is available. A way better book than Melania's. So pick up Oval on Amazon. Link is in the chat. Appreciate that.
Somebody do the math. I don't know how much Oval is. It's well worth the price. But how many ovals could you buy for $100,000?
You could buy a lot of ovals.
Yeah, somebody calculate that for me really quickly. I know somebody in the chat can do that. I would love to know. I don't know if every Trump watch is $100,000, but there's one that is $100,000.
That's why. You know why? You wouldn't spend that money on a car. You know, that's a ton of. You're gonna buy a shitty watch from an idiot. What are you doing? You know?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring
buying that.
Oh, I don't know. I would love to know.
I would love to meet and just have a discussion with the one or two people that are bound to buy this thing.
Well, that's kind of heartbreaking for me. It's one of the heartbreaking things because it's like we'll never know those sales figures. And why isn't he just trying to take this as like a donation? What is he? And I follow some watch people, and they were all talking about it, and they were saying, because I guess this is apparently a thing. I think it's kind of like colognes now, that there's just like 5 or 6 companies that make watches, and all these like brand watches, they're made by the same. It's like apple juice, right? Like there's 3 apple juice factories, and then they just slap different labels on it because it's fucking apple juice.
Right. What the hell else are you gonna do to it?
Right. Apparently that's the deal with watches now, and this guy was saying, and he was a watch expert, and it was a great video because he was like not taking a political stance at all, but he's basically saying you order the watches now, but you don't get them until November. So he's basically saying that you're funding the watch production. Like a watch company was like, okay, we'll make them, but you got to sell them first. So that's why he's doing it the way he's doing it, because it's like, go order. Do you want to see? I have the thing. Do you want to share? I didn't plan on doing this, but now that he came up, let's listen to here's the commercial.
Stupid pitch.
My new Trump watches. We're doing quite a number with watches, and the quality to me is very important. The Trump Victory Tourbillon. This isn't just any watch. It's one of the best watches made. It's a tourbillon watch with almost 200 grams of gold and more than 100 real diamonds. That's a lot of diamonds. I love gold. I love diamonds. We all do. Only 100.
He's doing Shane Gillis.
He's a parody of himself.
Yeah, he's doing Shane Gillis doing him at this point.
Yeah, this is a great watch. I love watches. I walked in. I said, look at this watch. It's a great watch. Shut up. It's so dumb.
All right, let's give Miss Justice AOA Hole of the Day. Let's give her that award because she has come up with, and she says, don't quote me, and that's exactly what we're doing. 3,333 copies of Oval you could purchase for the same price.
That's a better buy.
Yeah, it's a way better buy.
So if you're going to spend $100,000, spend it on Oval.
Buy 300.
By 3,333 copies.
Yeah, that would be the best ever. I would love it if we saw those sales figures today.
Or I think it's double. You can get double the amount of copies if you buy it digitally.
Interesting. 6,666 copies?
I think so, but I don't know can you own multiple copies of the same thing digitally?
Oh, good question. I'm not sure. I don't know how that works.
I don't know either. Robin. My calculator still says boobs.
That's interesting, Ms. Justice, because Robin got 80,085.
I don't know why. That's a better number.
Oh, that's so funny. Hey, High Vibes member for 28 months. Boy, do we appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, High Vibes.
Good news. Once we hit 30-month memberships, we're going to give away a free Trump watch. It's going to be fantastic.
Nope.
So everybody stay being a member because you got a Trump. Possibly one of you will be lucky enough to win a Trump watch.
It's a
Because,
Casio, but we scratched out Casio and put Trump.
well, I'm guessing it'll be like everything else he does, which will be completely devalued 2 months after it comes out. So we'll probably be able to pick one up for $50 or $60.
Exactly.
Shouldn't be a big deal.
So dumb.
I love that he's making 147 timepieces because I know exactly how this conversation went. 47 is the number, but 47 isn't enough. Let's just do 147.
Yeah, that's
Right?
exactly what happened.
47,
470.
47. Yeah. Well,
I can't count that high. No.
He probably couldn't. He probably knew he couldn't sell those. So 47th president, which is what he's hoping to be again. He goes 147 watches. But I thought this was a lie.
47 of these extraordinary watches will ever exist in the world, and
Look, it has his signature on it.
owning one puts you in a very exclusive club. I have watch number 1, and I'm going to keep it. It's mine, and that's the way I want to have it. Each watch is numbered and extremely rare, a true collector's item, and it includes a personal letter signed by me. Get your Trump watch right now. Go to gettrumpwatches.com. It's Trump time.
It's Trump time, he said.
It's Trump time.
I mean, come on. That's not bad. The one marketing mind in the room went, wait. Why don't we end it with it's Trump time? And everybody was like, well, this is
this has all been worth it. This whole 8 years has been worth it for it's Trump time.
Jack Meoff says, I'd buy a Frankie C watch. That's high praise.
Hey,
really nice.
Should I come out with a watch?
That would be the best.
Yeah.
That would be the best ever. It's a big C. It's not an O. When you figure out how to make a watch not a complete circle, you're gonna have something there.
How do we do that?
I don't know.
I'll figure it out.
Go to gettrumpwatches.com and see if there's a contact link on the bottom.
I'm sure all the answers are there.
I mean, it's a bad infomercial. I mean, listen to me. What you love, I don't care who you vote for.
I do.
But
don't vote for this idiot hawking watches and Bibles and coins and stupid NFT cards and don't.
But I have to say, if you're voting for Donald Trump, this can't make you feel good. This has got to take at least a 0.5 percentage point off of your pride factor as you're rolling it. I get it, lesser of two evils, or you just hate the other side. I'm okay with all of it. You just can't be so proud when the guy is in a really poorly mic'd sound infomercial, just like hawking a watch.
The guy's running to be president of the United States, and he's doing infomercials for a Trump watch and coins and other bullshit. He's the snake oil salesman. He's just a carnival barker. He's not. You're supposed to take this guy seriously? It's ridiculous.
Can I be honest with you? I'm not even mad at him. This is less about him. He knows he's got these people hooked, and it's like getting mad at the traveling preacher, right? That's their job. If you're gullible enough to give a traveling preacher money, if you're gullible enough to donate to anyone, who's the big guy in Texas? The guy with the stupid face. What's his name? That guy tours. That guy sold out.
Ted Cruz?
No, stop it.
I'm serious. I didn't know who you're talking about.
The preacher. He lives in Texas.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I forget his name.
He sold out Yankee Stadium the last time. Joel Osteen.
Why? What is this? I mean, all that stuff has been proven to be. It's like these guys are making millions of dollars. That's all they care about. They're just making tons of money. That's what it's about for them. It's unbelievable that anybody takes them seriously. I mean, if you believe in religion and God and everything, that's great. But to just hand your money over to this one guy and just make him the guy's just a millionaire.
It's crazy. Hey, would you blow me? Got it, Joel Osteen. Actually, we beat that. That's the first time, Frank, in the history of this podcast that we beat the listeners to something we couldn't think of.
Yeah, you got it, man. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, Donald Trump has become Joel Osteen or Kenneth Copeland or any of these guys. He's gotten a loyal fan base, and he's going to make sure he milks them for every last dollar that he can while he can, because
Yeah.
he's potentially going to be the next president of the United States, doesn't need the money and is still doing it, and or he's a billionaire and doesn't need the money and he's still doing it. So I don't know.
I think he does need the money.
Maybe he does. Vote for him, don't vote for him, but you can't tell me if you are voting for him that you still feel great after the coins and the fucking watches and everything else. Again, I don't care who you vote for. Doesn't
It's
matter.
all a grift. It's all just a huge guy. If Biden or Harris walked out and started selling stuff like this, everybody would be like, "Oh my God, this is pathetic and ridiculous, and you should be focused on running your campaign and running the country and doing what you're supposed to be doing politically. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to be on TV selling things." And it's like, well, this is, that's the double side of this thing. That's why it's ridiculous too.
You're right. It's the amazing part of this phenomenon, which is no other candidate that takes themselves seriously could pull off selling a product infomercial style.
Yeah.
A mere 40 something days before an election.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I'm sure this took him 5 minutes to record, and he just slapped his name on a design that someone else picked. But still, have a little you're running to be the leader of the free world. You shouldn't be, selling coins and shit. I mean, maybe after you retire or something, maybe, but even that, still, come on. You're a president. Have a little, I don't know. It's just
dignity, pride.
dignity.
He could be. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Shit.
Yeah, I bet it was a gem. I bet it was a Trump watch of a comment.
It was good. It wasn't too bad. Oh shit! What did you just say? Say the thing that you just said again.
I don't even remember what I just said.
Damn it!
Oh, you're going to be president, or you're running to be the leader of the free world. You shouldn't be out selling stuff on TV. You shouldn't be a used car salesman kind of guy. You should just be focused on the issues and policies and stuff like that.
Yeah, didn't do it. Thought it would. Somebody brought up his stock, and Trump Media and Technology Group is at $14.90. It's essentially where it started. It's down from its high of 90. It was at $97 at one point. It is down to 14. And the other one, the other Trump Media and Technology Group, is at $9.50.
Oh,
so there's that.
Eric
Adams is going down. I'll tell you the same. I'll tell you what Trump has done. I don't give a shit what's happening. I'm right. Trump has populated that sort of sentiment because it's the same thing with Eric Adams. Before he was even arrested, the day before, in fact, he put out a video that is like, they're trying to attack me and take me down. He said, and I quote, "I knew that once I started fighting for you, they would not stop trying to take me down." This whole martyrdom.
Oh, the victim. Yeah, I'm the victim. They're coming after you. And that's the Trump thing. They're coming after you, but I'm in the way. They want to get to you, but they can't. So they get to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's like, it's amazing. So it just goes to show this is not partisan, because the left is doing it now, and the right's it's like nobody can just take responsibility for themselves anymore in their actions. They're just, they're going down the road. Before the indictment even came out, he was like, I am a victim. I'm a martyr. And, that's what he's doing. We found out what the charges were. Being part of a corrupt quid pro quo bribery conspiracy, claiming that he doled out favors to foreign entities in exchange for illegally funneling funds into his 2021 campaign. So that's what the charges were. There's a 57-page court document with all of the indictment information. The New York Post has obtained this, And
That's why he's going to be selling 157 watches.
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I think he should try and bring back the Addams Family is what I think. Just everybody in there in
You
prison this
see,
time
that would
around.
be, he starts a reality show with the Addams Family.
Yeah.
That would be good.
What is that? So, what is the song? They're creepy and they're kooky. Now we could just say they're creepy and they're crooky. You know, and
Cookie. Cookie's a good word.
it's not bad.
Yeah.
5 federal charges after he was accused of taking bribes from foreign nationals in return for favors. The 64-year-old politician is accused of collecting a jaw-dropping $10 million in public campaign funds. This was all, by the way, for like a Turkish consulate,
like embassy consulate. Yeah, it apparently wasn't like up to code, and allegedly he looked the other way on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that, like just to get it built and get it done. Yeah, it's not a good thing.
Adams' underlings allegedly helped him book free or greatly discounted luxury flights with Turkish Airlines that were mostly for him and who feds referred to as his domestic partner, Tracy Collins. The trips go back to 2015. In one case in 2021, an airline manager told Adams that he would be charged $50 for a flight. This also involved this person, Abasova, who the Post sources told the Post that Abasova is cooperating with the feds as a key witness. Reina Abasova is her name, the person who's cooperating. The airline manager told Abasova that Adams would be charged $50 for the flight. This was immediately dismissed by Abasova, who said it had to be more money, so it appears somewhat real. So a flight to Turkey costing him $50. She's like, you got to make it a little more money than that for this to be, you know. I mean, it
doesn't look shady.
Yeah, it's not fucking. He's not taking Frontier Airlines over to Turkey for Christ's sake,
right?
You know,
he could be on Spirit.
Tell me about it. That'd be amazing. Adams ultimately paid $1,100 for round trip tickets that him and Collins would have cost them more than $15,000 in the open market. So, I mean, this guy. I mean,
wait, $15,000 for a round trip to Turkey
for 2 people.
That seems high, no?
Well, I'm sure it's first class, and you know he wasn't sitting in business. You know, although I think it was actually business class. Actually, now that I'm saying it,
that still seems high.
Yeah. Also, but he didn't disclose this stuff. Like, you have to disclose this information.
Yeah, if you're official, you got to disclose everything.
Everything.
It's all got to be on the up and up.
Especially when you're dealing with a foreign government.
That's right.
I mean, as we're seeing right now, that the Iran has been taking stuff at will from the Trump campaign and releasing it, and nobody is seeing it because the media cannot publish it. It's a foreign government interfering in an election, you know?
Wow.
Even though it could be the worst shit ever, and it's probably not. It's probably just mundane shit. They can't use it because it's a foreign government interfering. You can't go to the Trump campaign and be like, hey, is this true? What are they going to go? Yeah, it is. You know, I mean, so it's useless. It's useless information. You can't have a foreign government interfere in an election. You can't have a foreign government interfering or being involved in whatsoever, any way, shape, or form of a campaign.
Well, tell that to Giuliani.
And this guy is over here taking a $50 flight upgrade and putting his whole entire life at risk for nicer seats to go to Turkey.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's very. I mean,
Turkey can't be that nice.
Yeah, I don't know what people are thinking when that happens. When it's like, don't you know? Like, aren't there also people around him, like advisors and whoever, financial people that are like, no, this is how you got to do it.
You would hope there'd be somebody in the room that'd be like, maybe we should just pay for the flights. Like, because again, I said this last episode, the money that you're going to make on the speech circuit and the appearance circuit for being the former mayor of New York City is infinitely more than taking a couple $1,000 under the table for flights and buildings and all this kinds of weird shit.
Yeah, and bonus, you don't get indicted for that.
Also a good point.
Yeah.
Also a very, very good point.
Right.
So yeah, we'll follow. And now, basically, where we'll leave off the Eric Adams thing is he's like, I'm not going anywhere. And then Governor Hochul was like, well, that's actually not up to you.
Guess what?
Yeah.
I got news for you, pal.
But it beats AOC because AOC before she even knew what was going on. I don't even know if the rumor of the indictment had come out. I think the indictment rumor just started, and she was like, "Oh, he needs to resign." It's like, okay, slow down, okay. Like,
well, wasn't wrong now, I guess.
I mean, but he's got to be. You still have to be. Listen, it's a weird gray area, but you can't just. If the New York Times reports something, you can't just be like, "Well, you have to resign." It just doesn't.
They said something, now resign. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Like Hochul's an idiot, but at least she was like, "All right, let me read this.
Look into this. Yeah.
Let me look into it. Let me also see what exactly my powers are, and then what he can do, and all this kinds of weird stuff." But it's weird as we bring on Aaron for the game. The person who takes over is not the vice mayor or deputy; it's the public advocate.
Public advocate.
Yeah, doesn't that sound like somebody who's not qualified to run the city?
And didn't you run for public advocate of like the Hamptons?
No, I ran. I don't even remember. I think it was mayor of Sag Harbor. It was definitely Sag. I think it was mayor of Sag Harbor. Is what it was.
Oh man, you were this close. You were this close.
I know.
You could have met Justin Timberlake.
I know. I would have been all over that Timberlake thing had I won and stayed in office for 15 years. Yeah, I got so mad. I got so mad on the air one day because they announced the candidates for the mayoral race, whatever.
Mayoral.
And one of the people, it was a guy, and there was like a cat on his shoulder. That was the publicity photo, and I just lost my shit. I'm like, the cat guy is fucking running for like, are you kidding me? And then so I said I'm gonna run for mayor because I was pissed. And then I got like 6 phone calls from all the local papers. They're like, are you really running for mayor? And I'm like, yeah, I am really running.
You know what? After the 5th call, no, but now I got 6. Yeah, what the hell?
I'm like, if I'm going to get some ink for this locally, let's do it. And I there was like 4 articles, I think, about it at the time. But then I re-lost my shit because the person who won, guess how many votes the mayor of Sag Harbor needed to win that election? Take a guess.
Sag Harbor needed, I would guess, 5,000 votes.
That's a good guess. Aaron, do you want to venture to guess?
$1. Sorry, I wasn't really listening.
$1. Aaron wins. It took 53 votes. 53.
Dude.
To win the mayor race in Sag Harbor.
How many did you get?
No, I didn't get any. I didn't go through it because after I got all the initial publicity, they were like, "What?
That's all?
That was it. 53. Yeah.
Oh God.
After I got no, I was say after I got all the publicity, I was like, they gave me the sheet, and I had to move to Sag Harbor. I had to live in the village of Sag Harbor.
Seems reasonable.
So that it was a little bit of a challenge, but I think I even had some guy that was like, you could put my address and say we live together. And I was like, that might be another scandal years later that I have to deal with.
Yeah. You'd be indicted in a second.
Yeah, but I had to disclose. I think it was the income thing that really bothered me. They're like, you have to disclose your, and I'm like, I don't want people knowing how shitty my salary is.
Did you get in front of the microphones and go, I choose not to run?
No, I don't even remember. I said something. I don't even remember what I did or how I spun out of it. But it was like, once I got the attention, that's all I wanted was the attention.
You know? It would have been worth it just to find out what the cat made.
I'll tell you, that's fucking funny. Fucking Fly NY got me to look at this. Shag Harbor. I could have renamed the town Shag Harbor. How great would that have been?
You could have renamed all the streets after like your friends and everything.
Oh, could you imagine Frankie C. Boulevard?
That's nice. Oh, a boulevard. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I would have settled for like an avenue, but boulevard's nice. No,
you're boulevard material, my friend. You're above avenue.
I appreciate that.
You've arrived.
Oh, good. It's about time.
Let me just say this to Fly NY. Next time either Frank or I or J Sabs runs for something, you're going to be on the campaign staff because Shag Harbor just earned you a gig. That's
all it
fucking brilliant.
takes.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
No resume
better figure it out.
required.
You better figure out what J Sabs gets before she finds out about this, because she's gonna want to know what she gets.
I'm gonna have to give her something equal to a boulevard, or else she's gonna be really angry.
I don't know if the salad scandal would survive. I don't think. I don't know if she'd survive the salad scandal.
Could you imagine us at a press conference? We knew as soon as we would be fighting for you, they'd come after us for that whole salad thing.
Oh, and there'd be a "Where's Husband" campaign because he never shows his face.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he's another one I'm worried about. I haven't heard from him in over 3 years.
Been a while.
Been too long. All right, Aaron C., we got a blind top 5.
Blind top 12. Last one in the Trinity, in the trilogy, in the trifecta that is the horoscope signs. I've been having a lot of fun with them. Plus, something about me, I don't like to end on bad. It's just my thing. If we're talking on the phone and we're talking about something bad, we got to talk about something good before we hang up. So I didn't like the last thing to be traits that were not good about your sign. So this is the last one, and it's 12, and it's what each sign tends to like. And if you feel like this is something that you like, put it more toward 1. If you feel like it's something that you don't particularly enjoy, put it more toward 12. And then when we're done, we'll discuss which horoscope sign corresponds with each thing they seem to like, they tend to like, they are prescribed to like, by the charts and all that stuff. And then we'll take a break from the horoscope for a bit. But that's what I wanted to end on.
Cool. I like the method. And I just want to say this for J Sabs, who's not here. If Aaron happens to say free salads, she's going to put that at number 1. We can go ahead and assume she loves a good free salad, J Sabs.
That's a gimme.
Yeah.
They're not technically free.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Free to her.
Yeah, that's true.
Like home at jail time.
Salads.
Acquired
salads.
I don't know if the free salad thing ties into the, whole sign thing, but I'm just saying if it comes up.
Well, let's see.
All right.
If everyone has their special blind top 5 pen and their blind top 5 paper. Okay.
Got them.
So if everyone is ready, the first one is trying new things. If you like to try new things, put it more toward the top. If you're more of I like my same old 15 things in my life every day, more toward the bottom. No wrong answers, people.
That's not true.
Several wrong answers, people.
I'm going to criticize people for having the wrong answer, for having their opinions be wrong.
I got this one in at number 4. I like trying new things. I do like my usual stuff, but like, when we go on vacation, I like to try the different, the different stuff like that they have and the excursions and things. So I like trying new things, but for the most part, I don't know. I'd say 4 is a good one for me. I put that at 4.
All right. Are you excluding music from this? I like to try new things thing because
I listen to all different types of music. So you don't know. You think I'm just Metallica. I listen to other things. I just don't listen to Dave Matthews.
No. Outside of what your wife has brought you, like let's take Taylor Swift out of it. Let's take out what your wife has introduced you to.
Okay.
What was the last time you took a flyer on a new band where you're like, I'm going to listen to a couple of albums of theirs because this song is really good?
A flyer?
Shut up. I know I'm old.
What the hell are you talking about? I like other different bands. A lot of them are in the 90s, and if they're bands from now, it's 1 or 2 songs. I don't listen to the whole. I'm not a huge
dude. I hate to tell you, the 90s was 30 years ago.
Yeah, but I don't. No, I like new songs, but I don't listen to. I don't hear one new song and go, I'm going to listen to the entire album. I listen to the song and I move on, and it's not like I go digging for the whole thing. Usually.
Okay. I'm going to have to interrupt here because Anthony has no idea, but he accidentally stepped on my dress because the second one is different kinds of music.
Oh, fuck, sorry.
You guys are going to get a 2 for 1. One of them is trying new things, and the second one is different kinds of music. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. So,
that's number 1 for me. No, I'm
Sorry.
kidding. I'm kidding.
That's so funny. All right.
Trying new music. Okay, I'll put that at 7.
You should
And yes,
put that at 12.
I think Oceani. Someone asked if it's 12, top 12.
Top 12, yeah. Yeah.
Trying new music is because I listen to if it's a good song or something. I'll listen. It's not like I'm gonna go. It's new. Get it out of this house. You know, I'll listen to whatever. I like new stuff. I like old stuff that's new to me. You know, it's not like like if it's not Metallica, I can't stand it. No,
Yeah, but I could buy that your willingness to try a new drink or a new food item. I don't doubt that. But when it comes to music, I don't think you sit down and go, I'm gonna go on YouTube today and see if I can find something new that I'll like.
Does anybody in the no, I'm sorry.
go ahead.
No, after you're done.
No, you go, Aaron. I don't want to have to hear sit through another lie.
But you asked a question, he might forget.
I already forgot.
We might both
Oh.
forget.
All right, great. No, I was just wondering if anybody in the chat or if you, Anthony, do you like scores like from music, like music from movies? Because I love that. Like that's my game.
Yeah, sometimes. You know who, and this is probably cheating because it's not, I don't know, you might not consider it a true score, but Trent Reznor.
Oh, please. I love Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
Everything those two do just gets stuck in my head more so than I think any other musical score I've had in the last few years.
John
My dad's
Williams.
the biggest Trent Reznor fan you'll ever meet in your life. But
That's true.
I just discovered just real quick the Book of Eli score. I just discovered it because of like the algorithm, like YouTube like kept pushing it, and I kept being like, I don't want to hear this, and they were like, you want to hear this, so I heard it anyway. You might want to hear that.
Is that the Denzel Washington movie?
Tis.
Okay, is that a good movie?
I never saw it. That's the whole reason why I didn't want to listen to the song, and they were like, well, you just try it, and I was like, all right, fine. And it's really good. Like this is like 3 days ago. Okay, so anyway, the first one is trying new things. The second one is different kinds of music. Everybody ready for 3 or not yet?
I haven't even said where I've been putting these things.
Yeah, what the hell, Anthony?
Nobody cares, I don't think. Well, let's see if we can go through the whole list without me saying anything.
That's fun.
I should have done that and been like, nobody would have noticed.
Yeah, nobody's paying attention to you.
I put new music at 5. I put trying new things at 3. I love trying new things. Here's a weird thing I do that I think drives my wife crazy, but she's not willing to admit it. If we have nothing to do, which is so rare these days, but if we have nothing to do, or even if like my daughter's going on cheerleading things now, we're driving all over the place, I love to try a new pizza place. I'm like, let's try the pizza over there. And I'm like, it could be different. It could be amazing. And so far, out of the last 10 years, that's only been true like 3 times. We're
not great.
Oh, we found a gem here. Yeah, it turns out it's just pizza most of the times. You know, it's not really that big of a deal.
You should be like a critic.
Trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be like that guy. All right, go ahead, Aaron. What's 3?
Okay, number 3 is short trips. We're talking 1 or 2 day jaunts somewhere, not long vacations.
Ooh.
Short trips are cool. I
do
like short trips.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do prefer, I like all trips, but I feel like I prefer the ones where most of the trip isn't the traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want, like if it's a 2-3 day thing, the first day you're traveling and the third day you're traveling, it's like, well, you only really had 1 day to enjoy where you were. It's fine, but I prefer like a 7-day trip where the first day and the last day are traveling.
Hell yeah.
So I'm going to I'll put that at 6, I'd say, right in the middle. Because I like them and I could, but I prefer the longer ones.
I went 7 because I'm with you. I feel like if it's spontaneous, I would like it more. Like that whole, we talked about this recently. You want to go to Philly? You want to go to AC? You want to go to Boston? Yeah, cool. It's like no problem. Right. But to like fly, and once we get on a plane, I'm going to need 5 or 6 days there at least.
Yeah. Plane adds a week to your whole, to enjoying the whole thing.
I'm glad we're in sync on this one. Okay. Number 4.
Number 4.
Okay. Number 4 is hobbies where you don't have to leave the house, home-based hobbies. We're not talking bird watching unless you're doing it from your house, and we're not talking surfing. We're talking hobbies you can do at your kitchen table or your house.
I dig that. I like my home hobbies, like painting, drawing, music, that kind of stuff. Like doing that at home. Yeah, I'm in. I'll go 2 for that.
Ooh, very high.
Yeah, because I don't have. I'm trying to think if I have any hobbies that are not home based. I don't think I do. Yeah, most of my hobbies I could do home at home.
My biggest hobby is working on my home, so that's really ties
Do you
the
have
room
to
together.
technically enjoy it for it to be a hobby? Do you enjoy working on your home?
Yeah, no. I'm gonna put it at 4. I'm kind of with you. Not as high as you, but I like a good home. This would be 1 for Cuddle. She loves to stay home and do things.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. This is a lot more positive than I get where you're going with this, Aaron.
Yeah, this
Thank
is
you.
good.
Okay, the next one is bright colors, agreeable textures you like to touch, and strong, good smells. So rather than like being beige and being, like everything smooth, like you just like to live out loud as far as when you walk into a place and you smell like a smell, you're like, yeah, you're not like, oh my God, what is that? Like
Oh,
stuff like that.
I don't love people that are like scent sensitive.
What do you mean?
Like the people that are like, oh, somebody's wearing too much cologne. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like it's cologne, like.
Yeah, but you got to admit sometimes someone bathes in it. You're like, come on, it's all you're smelling, and it's like ridiculous.
Yeah, and I flowers drive me crazy, but that's just because they bug my allergies, so they make me feel physically not great. But some people are like, like they're very like, or people that are like, can you turn the music down a little? It's like we used to get that all the time in radio. Like we'd be paid to go places and play music loud, and there'd always be somebody like, can you just turn it down? I'm a little sensitive to me. It's like, oh, you're sensitive? Get the fuck out of here, then.
Go away.
Maybe don't come to the grand opening loud event.
I hear you. I'm gonna put. Let's see, because I like all that stuff, colorful things and different scents and stuff like that. But I could also be, perfectly fine in a beige, whatever. And so I'll go 8 with that one.
I agree. I'm going 6.
Colors and scents. I put it 8.
All right, I feel like I'm doing a Frankie C here because I have blocked in 3 to 7. I have 1 and 2, and then all 8 to 12 available.
Wait, what?
Isn't that what you usually do? Usually save first and last.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I'm working in the middle. Technically, the closest thing I got to the ends was I got home hobbies at 2, and then everything else is 4, 6, 7, and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron. Number 6.
How high is healthy foods gonna go? Healthy foods.
Not very.
Who likes healthy foods out there?
12. No need for further conversation.
So I could do healthy foods as long as it tastes good. I don't care if it's healthy or not. I'll eat a what's it called?
The fact that you don't know the word isn't helping you.
Like tofu. I could do, what is that, miso soup? That's healthy, right? The tofu in there and everything. I could do healthy-ish things, lettuce, salads, and things like that. I could do. So I'll go 9 with healthy foods. I like fruits and vegetables and things. I could do that. I obviously prefer like meats and cheeses and pastas and things like that. But I could. I'm not
Candy.
totally
Candy.
okay. And candy. I have a sweet tooth. Sure. But I could totally do healthy food. I'm not like grossed out by healthy foods. So 9 for me.
I am. I hate healthy foods. Even if it tastes delicious, I'll still spit it out and go, it's awful.
Sarah says 20.
I'm with Sarah. I
then she wrote, I mean 10. Okay.
Okay.
And no, Lindarella Snapple, it might not be the healthiest food, but it's made from the best stuff on earth. Can't deny that.
Wow, you're really getting roasted on this one. Why is
Getting
everybody taking
roasted? That was
shots
one
at Frank? Well, your wife got you pretty good with not
No,
knowing the
I'm
name of the healthy
sorry. I'm sorry.
food.
No, it's all good. And I do have a sweet tooth. I do like I like candy and chocolates and things like that. You know, I'm not gonna pretend. Who doesn't like, that the more unhealthy it is, I feel like the tastier it is, right? I mean, I think we could all agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Robin
So,
says this salad tastes free. That's pretty funny.
yeah.
All right, 7, Aaron.
Oh, sorry. 7 is mysteries. Do you like mysteries or
Ooh.
do they frustrate you? Some people are like, just tell me who did it. And other people are like, this is so interesting. I don't know why I'm explaining mysteries to you guys, but I am.
I love it. No, I love it. Let me tell you something about Cuddles. This is one of the things that annoys me about her the most. We'll sit down to watch a movie, and then that son of a bitch will get on her phone and
Oh no.
Google the ending.
What?
She hates not knowing. She wants to know immediately.
But she'll
wa-
know in 90 minutes.
She loves to Google.
Oh,
It drives me crazy. Drives me nuts.
that's insane.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause
crazy.
especially if we're watching something that I've seen before, and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "I'm not telling you." She will just like immediately. We've had arguments over it. I'm like, "Put your phone down." So like, let's go. She's like, "All right," and then inevitably she'll go back to the phone, and I won't realize, and she'll have already Googled the answer and figured it out.
Oh, that's crazy. What
She
doesn't that
hates a
ruin?
mystery.
That doesn't ruin the movie.
Not for her. She just doesn't like. She
Oh
hates
man.
going through and not knowing.
I mean, especially if it's a movie you don't care about or whatever, a schlocky whatever movie that's not that good, fine. But if it's like a murder mystery that's like a blockbuster kind of movie, you're gonna you'd ruin it. I remember I was watching a movie. This was when I was I don't know, a teenager. And you ever see the movie Papillon?
No.
It's Steve McQueen, Dustin Hoffman. It's an old movie, and it's a really good movie, but it's like 3 hours long. And I'm watching it for the first time at my dad's house, who at the time was married to my stepmother. There was a half hour left in the movie of this 3 hour long movie. My stepmother walks in. Oh, did blah, blah, blah happen yet?
Oh no.
I went, no, it didn't. And thanks for that. Appreciate it.
No.
Yeah. Literally watching the movie. I don't know. Why would you even ask that? Just look at, if you know the movie so well, just look at the screen and you can see where we are in the movie.
Frank's
Why
dad
do you-
divorced her the next day. That was
Yeah, that was one of the reasons. I told him, I said, you gotta put an end to this. I can't deal with this anymore.
nobody should have to live like that.
No, that is just too much for one person to handle. But I can't stand spoiling the end of movies and stuff like that. I put mysteries, but I love mysteries and I love figuring out, solving things. Like what are the escape rooms and puzzles and things like that.
Yeah.
I put it at 3.
All right, that's good. I put it at 8.
You're
I
not a
like
mystery
it.
guy?
I like it. I can't put it at 1 or 2. It's just not that high. And mysteries, like you just said, trying to figure out sometimes takes me out of the movie.
Okay, I could see that.
And then sometimes sometimes I feel like I even come up with better endings, and then I get the real ending, and I go, it would have been better if it was the other guy who did it.
What I can't stand about a movie that's a mystery is when they don't give you everything to be able to solve it, and then at the end it's solved, but there was no way for you to do it. They just solved it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh right. Because I was gonna say before you said that, you're kind of describing The Sopranos. There being no solution ever.
Like I get the solution for all. If there's a mystery, fine, lay it out, but give me the tools I need to be able to figure it out at the end. So that maybe I can get it. And oh look, I missed that fact or that clue. But if it's not even in the movie, the clue, it's like, well, if I had no shot at all at figuring it out, then it's less enjoyable.
Yeah, because that's the other thing too. A bad mystery when you're like, who? Oh, it was the plumber. Great. great. I'm so fucking happy it was the plumber who did it. And you just because it's like it didn't alter when it doesn't tie in the right way. It stinks.
No,
It stinks.
I'm with you.
All right, we've got 5 left. Aaron C.
Okay, who likes risk taking? Taking
Me.
all risks. Who likes to play it safe? Like your old pal Aaron.
Yeah, I'm a huge risk taker.
My wife's a huge risk taker.
That's true.
I mean, wait. So what is this? Is it being a risk taker or being a safe person?
I'm sorry, it's a risk taker. It would be very low on my list. I love safety. I love safety. I'm not really a big risk. You know me, like with gambling. If I win once, I'm like, I'm done. It's like I accomplished my goal. And it's like, I don't even understand why anybody likes this. So
Yeah, I put it at 11 because I guess the only, like you said, it's gambling. Like I'll risk, stuff like that. But other than that, I'm not a huge risk taker, I don't think.
Interesting. I'm going to put it at number 2.
Really?
I love a good risk. I feel like I take a lot of calculated risks. So you could poke a hole in this if you want, saying I'm putting it too high, but I can't put it at number 9. Yeah, you could poke. But when presented with a risk, I love it. Like if you say to me, here's the safe way to go, here's an issue, here's the safe way, and here's the risky way. I'm like, give me the fucking risk. Let's roll the fucking dice on it.
So we're on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Two ways to get to the ground. We're either landing this plane or I throw a parachute on you and throw you at the plane. Which one are you doing?
That's a bad example. I mean,
why? One's a risk and one's not.
You're stacking the odds. You're stacking the deck against me.
I feel like whenever risk taker comes out, I feel like adventurous kind of stuff just springs to mind, like skydiving.
Yeah, I would go skydiving.
Yeah, but I also feel it's things like, like my sister plays the market, and she's like, I might not get the money back, but I might also, I don't know what she does.
I'm in it.
Just shows how much. Yeah, see, that's I'm like Scrooge. I'm hugging all my money, and I'm like, no. That sounds too risky to me. Like I don't,
I feel like most people are though, because maybe not you, Aaron, but like if you're like, I got an extra $1,000. Okay, should I put it in this 10-year yield bond, or should I put it in this crypto thing? Maybe double it in like 4 months.
See, I didn't understand like half the words in that sentence. So I was like, a yield bond crypto. What are you talking about? So I don't. Yeah, I'm with you, Aaron, on that. I if it's money, like if it's like, oh my God, I need this $100 is gonna, if I could afford to lose it, like with gambling, like if I'm playing a table game, I'm not gonna gamble away the mortgage or anything. I'm gonna gamble what I can afford to play around with.
Right.
So I don't know if that's a risk as much as it's just, just playing with like not found money, but money you could afford to lose.
Someone once described me as like, if I had seen a white rabbit with like a pocket watch run by, I would have been like, cool, I'm not following you. Like, that is
Good
not
luck,
okay.
buddy.
Exactly.
He seems late and I'm only going to slow him down.
Linda Ellis says Dogecoin did not pay off. Tell me about it. That's why my kids aren't going to college. Not until that thing rebounds.
Are you serious?
No. 4 more left.
Okay.
What do we got?
It should be 3.
No, I have 1, 5, 10, and 11 and 12 open.
Oh, I skipped one. How fun. Okay, I'll figure it out while you guys figure out if you like. Now, it's traditions and decorum. So I think everybody loves traditions like Christmas and stuff, but it's also the idea of, do you like decorum, the way things are done or the way they should be done? Traditions like the way that, things have tended to be done, or do you like to do your own thing? Do you mind, like Peking duck instead of turkey for whatever that holiday is that you have turkey. You know what I mean? Or like,
Yes.
we're going to do our wedding in the woods and stuff like that. All right, you guys get it. Well, I try to figure this out.
Okay. I'm gonna jump ahead of you, Frank, here and say number 1. I love decorum.
Okay.
I like to break the rules myself, but I love, this is our tradition. This is what we do. This is why this. And again,
that's why I don't think it should be 1 for you, because you love it at all, but then you love to break it every now and then, right? So it should be a little lower.
Perhaps you're right, but I have 1 or 9 right now, and I'm going to put it at 1.
Okay.
because I do love it. Like going back to, not to bring Trump back up into this, but of all the
Here we
bad things Trump did, for me, not showing up at the inauguration was top 3, top 2 maybe. And
Wow.
Frank would probably put that a lot farther down on his list.
It's on the list, but there's so much other egregious shit. I mean, that's a big one too. Yeah, I get that, and I understand it. Because it's also representing the transfer of power, the peaceful transfer of power. I like traditions. I love tradition, but I also love, like I said, trying new things and doing. There are traditions in my family. We have the holidays and things like that. Sure, but I like trying new stuff and maybe Christmas. Yeah, there's no maybe or Thanksgiving. If there was no turkey, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm never coming to. I'd be like, all right, what do we got? We get some chicken or we got whatever. I don't care. I'm not like and I love decorum and rule following and stuff like that. I love all that stuff. So I got, I'm a big rules person. I like rules and regulations, things like that. I got it at 5.
Okay.
So right now I have 1, 10, and 12 open.
Interesting. I have 9, 10, and 11.
Wow. All right.
I don't think I played this list well at all. I'm going to I'm giving myself a 0 on this one.
My list isn't bad so far. There might be a few things I could shuffle around, but for the most part, I think it's kind of okay here. Like I said, traditions, they're great because of the history behind them, and also decorum I like as well, because I don't know, you just following rules and just being part of something that's going on. It's just a lot of that stuff makes sense. But I also the flip side of the coin is it doesn't have to. Things are meant to. You could change things. Traditions can be changed or updated or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
All right, let's see if Aaron figured out the third. Okay.
I did.
All right,
Sorry.
awesome.
Excellent.
All right. The next one is intellectual conversations. Who likes to keep it heavy?
Oh,
damn it!
Well, any fan of the show knows that we're putting this way at the bottom. All right. No, let's see. See, this is tough because I like intellectual conversations. I really do. But I could talk about anything. Doesn't have to be.
I guess it's the idea, like if you're at like a dinner party or you're out with friends and it gets like really heavy, like, do you like that? Or do you want to be like, who wants to break out, Scrabble? I don't know.
Right. I gotcha.
I like Scrabble, but here's how I was weighing it. Do I want to do small talk or have an intellectual conversation? Because that's number 1 for me, even though I don't think
those are the two sides of the coin. I think it's intellectual, or it could be, might not be small talk, but it could be like, sports, or it doesn't have to be like politics and news stuff. It could be something that doesn't matter, and like in the long run, it could be.
I think you could have an intellectual conversation about sports.
That's true. I shouldn't have said sports, but like you could talk about. I guess you could talk about anything intellectually.
Frank's like, I can give you an intellectual conversation, or I could give you a parachute.
I'll take the parachute. No, man, this is tough because I only have 1, 10, and 12 open.
Ooh, what are you debating between 1 and you're debating between 1 and 10 or what?
Yeah, 1 and 2, because I would put it higher, but I can't. And do I put it at 1? I mean, I like intellectual conversations much, but I also like to relax and not have to, get all worked up on it and an intellectual, I like to just be casual for a lot of the time too. Damn, all right, I'm putting it at 1.
Ooh, you and Christella, big moves.
Because I can't put it lower.
So what do you have left?
Just 10 and 12.
I have 10 and 11.
Aw.
I would put the intellectual conversation a little lower because I like to bullshit about nothing. Anyway, that's fine. I don't care about that.
Know. People know that.
Shut up.
I like that you guys like so much. I like when the bottom ones are left open. You know what I mean? It always makes me feel like it's a good. Anyway, the next one, the second to last, is poetry and the lyrics of songs.
Oh shit!
If you're really into that.
Yeah.
This has been my worst performance on Blind
Oh
Top 5
no.
ever.
I feel like you say that every time.
Do I?
You've said that more than once.
Oh man, this one's really big because lyrics I would have put so much. I love a lyric or a turn of phrase. I love it. I appreciate language so much. I mean,
How do you
I
turn a
butcher it.
phrase?
Well,
Okay.
this is just a funny story about my dad and Nine Inch Nails again. My dad is actually the opposite. He's like notorious for only listening to the guitar and the beat and like never listening to the lyrics. So when I guess I was like 16 and my sister was 14 and my mom was in the car with us, he played that Closer by Nine Inch Nails with like the F you
That's it?
like an
Yeah.
animal like over and over and over. And my dad's like, isn't this a great song? And we're like, Dad, like this is the most awkward thing we've ever gone through. And he was like, oh my God, I swear to God, I didn't hear what they were saying. And it was like, how? Like he's so smart. But it's just such a weird thing that that's not what he focuses on in music. So I guess he put this at 12,
Yeah.
and risk his family's comfort on it.
I'm not a. It's funny. I'm not a big poem. Like the lyrics, if the lyrics of a song are really great, it'll stand out to me. But I feel like I don't know. Most songs, I'm not head over heels about the lyrics. Like I feel like they could always be better.
Well, I'll say this: you and Aaron's dad, or it's pretty common. Most people listen to melody and all that stuff first before lyrics, so that's not uncommon.
Yeah. So here's how you unlock what I would like in terms of music. I am a big
Metallica fan.
Metallica fan, sure.
If it's
But
on a Metallica record, it's good.
I like riffs and songs with melodies that aren't basic.
Mhm.
Like there are songs that are just four chords repeated over and over that just annoy the shit out of me. They could be catchy, they could be good, and I'll listen to them, but they're not the ones that stand out to me. Like that could be if you take away the lyrics, it sounds like every other song.
Right.
I'm not a huge fan of that. I like where if you isolated one instrument, no matter which instrument you choose, you could identify the song. That's what I like. And I feel like, and Metallica happens to fall into that category. Every song sounds different. You can't play a Metallica song next to another one and go, these are exactly the same.
Yeah, I will say that checks out. Metallica is very riff heavy, and their riffs are instantly recognizable because of how unique they are. So that checks out.
So that's how that's how you unlock something I would like. Plus the lyrics, I'm not, the lyrics have to be really good. Like here's an example of something that ticks me off to no end. Weezer. I think their music is great, but their lyrics I cannot stand.
They're a little childish and immature.
They're childish. A lot of times they don't make sense, but the music is good. And I feel like it's like I've got my hash pipe. It's like, good for you. Like, all right, I'm not criticizing the use of the word hash pipe, but I'm like, what is this supposed to mean? But the song is dun 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 dun. It's a good riff. I like the song, but most of it never makes sense to me. I don't know. Am I wrong there?
No, you're not wrong.
I like my candy with pork and beans. What the fuck are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm
Ms.
sure when they
Justice,
wrote it, it made sense, but it just didn't hit with me. I don't know.
Ms. Justice is a published poet.
Ooh,
Is that right?
That's what
Miss
she wrote.
Justice. Cool.
Where do we get some of that poetry?
Yeah, we got to take a look. Send us. Never mind, my bad. Took it back.
Maybe she doesn't want your stupid attention, Frank. How about that?
Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. And
All
the
right,
last one.
I put that at 10. I'm sorry. I put that at 10. And the last thing I have open is 12, the very bottom.
Okay.
I was going to make a joke and say the last one is stupid attention, but it's not. It is style, flair, aesthetics, art. If you like things, if your eye is drawn to the beauty of art and aesthetics and style and flair.
I screwed this whole list up. Anthony, you're right. I got style at 12, and I like art, and I like drawing, and I like painting, and I got it at 12. So I don't know if that checks out for me.
Yeah, this list was tough because the early ones were very good, and you're like, I don't know if we could beat these, and then all of a sudden, they got
So you're right. You got a lot of good ones, so you want to put them higher.
This Justice got errand. I think we all got errand on this one.
I got Aaron too, I think.
But guys, know that it's all good to like everything. Nothing was wrong with this one.
That's true. All of these were positives, so that's good.
All
When
right.
you guys are ready, I'll tell you which sign is most likely to like these things.
Yeah, let's
Anthony,
do it.
where was style for you?
Oh, I had 11. That was what I had left.
11. Okay.
Yeah. Let's just say this too, Aaron. Next week, let's be risk takers and try something new.
No problem.
And maybe
in style.
In style. I like it to be in style. I like it to smell nice.
You got it.
And be
Should it be mysterious?
Yeah,
and
I don't.
healthy?
Yeah, 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 but not too healthy.
And last 1 or 2 days where you don't leave the house. You got it.
All right,
Perfect.
tell us what's what.
Okay, trying new things was Aries. Apparently, they like try new things.
Cool.
Different kinds of music, Taurus. The short trips of 1 or 2 days, Gemini. Hobbies where you don't have to leave the house, Cancer. Bright colors, agreeable textures, and strong good smells, Leo. Healthy foods, Virgo. Scorpio, mysteries. What sign is Cuddles?
Don't ask me questions. You know I don't
Okay.
know the answers to this.
Risk taking is Sagittarius. Traditions and decorum is Capricorn. Intellectual conversations is Aquarius. Poetry and the lyrics of songs is Pisces. And the one I forgot is my beloveds. Libra is style, flair, aesthetic, and art.
Oh, see, and I had that. I'm a Libra, and I put that at 12 like a jerk.
Yeah, that's because I forgot it. I should have put it earlier so you could make it higher, but that's on me.
I would have put that up way higher.
I know.
Cuddles, by the way, is a Cancer, so staying
That's what I
home
was gonna say.
hobbies is very much her.
Oh, she's painting. She's painting everything.
Mm-hmm. All right, Aaron. Nice job.
Okay. Happy
pick
weekend,
up-
all.
Go pick
Great
up
job,
Oval, everybody.
Yes, pick up Oval. It's available at Amazon. Link in the description below to pick up the wonderful book Oval, written by Aaron C. It's an amazing book, and you will enjoy it.
Yes. We're
Also
still
available for digital download as well.
Yes, where you can get a lot more for 100,000 on the digital download side. That's for sure.
That is true.
Let me see here, Frankie C. We don't have the music still.
And I'm on my phone, so I can't play it up. Oh, there it is.
Oh, we got it.
Oh, jeez. You're killing me.
What?
Now the music's gone. What has happened?
It's gone?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of yeah. I don't know what's going on with the machine here, but I'm running it on the fly right now. Anyway, that's it for us. Appreciate Frankie C being here despite the tech issues. He flew through with flying colors.
Thank you.
Aaron C for coming through in the clutch with another great Zodiac blind top 5. That was 12.
A lot of fun. Yep.
It was good. This was a good season. This was a what do they call it when there's 3 things? Trilogy. There you go. Forgetting words all the way to the end. All right, that's it for us. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll catch you guys back here on Monday.
Show me potato salad. Go ahead.